Hello and welcome back to G-senjou no Maou. I forgot to save last time, but luckily there's a fast forward option, so I can start off where I left off without clicking through everything. Yeah, the magnificent fast forward feature up until the point where I haven't read. The first thing I did the next morning was send a letter and some cash to my mom. Or to mom. After I got home, I dangled the DVD I rented in front of Canon. It's the one you wanted.
ご苦労
Good work! Canon gets up really early. And despite the fact that she's taking a day off, she still bothered to take the time to perfect her personal appearance this morning. Would you like some pastries?
気が利くね。でも水でいいです。
That's so considerate, but just water is fine with me. She might look like a complete fool, but she still takes good care of her body. Well then, I'll be in the study.
一緒に見ようよ。
Let's watch it together! Well, what did he actually expect? What did he expect that she wants to... And you... Wait, didn't he say himself that they watch a movie? And not she watches a movie alone? No.
はい。
Okay. She knows where the line is. Oh. Just shout if anything comes up. I pressed the play button on the DVD player and disappeared into the study. Wow, I wouldn't have expected for her to be so obedient about this. After around 2 hours, I returned to the living room. The movie's credits were scrolling up the screen. I hadn't heard anything for a while, so I thought she might have fallen asleep again.
見終わりました。
I finished it! Oh, how was it?
泣いた。
I cried. You did not, you liar. You fell asleep, didn't you?
見てたよ。最後ママが死んじゃった。やっぱりいい人が死ぬと悲しいね。
I told you, I finished it. The mom died in the end. It's so sad when a good person dies. I see. I haven't seen it.
ちょっと質問。
Alright, question time. What?
この映画はママがいい人でしたが、もし悪い人だったらどうなるの？
The mother in this movie was a good person, but what if she had been a bad person? I don't know. It'd make the movie kind of tedious, I guess.
グダグダか。
Tedious. I mean, if a bad person dies, people just scoff and move on, right?
だよね
Right.
だよね
That's right. What's on your mind, Canon?
さーて、次は何して遊ぼうかな。何したらいいと思う？
You know, what we should do next. What do you want to do? How about we grab some lunch?
どこ行く？
Where? I don't know yet, so let's just head for Central Boulevard for now.
わかった。用意するね。
Got it! I'll go get ready. She thundered off to the washroom. She's pretty passive for someone so selfish. I was very uncomfortable with taking Canon out. The girls on the streets always point and whisper, and even the middle-aged salarymen look at us with pursed lips. Look, Canon, can you take like 3 steps away from me? Oh, god damn it. What did Gonzo said? You are supposed to fuck her. That's his words. That's what Gonzo said. He's supposed to fuck her. Anything to put her under the whatever. It's not like I would like that behavior, but he got at least the order to do it. That's why I'm bringing it up.
嫌です。
No, thank you. Please? The situation is looking pretty bad right now.
もう兄さんはネクラだな。そんなに注目されるのが嫌なのか？
Gee, Nissan, you are too dang gloomy. Do you really hate attention that much? Sure do. I'm petty like that.
こんなんじゃデートできないじゃないか。
How are we supposed to go on a date with you like this? Well, she is up for it, to go on a real date and establishing a relationship. But look, new clothes. Wait, are there no? Yeah, they put detail into the clothes. Someone pointed out how they changed the undergarments even when they put over their coats and stuff like that, and jackets. She followed behind me, pouting. We eventually made it to the cafe I usually go to. Nevertheless, the waiter still recognized Cannon. His eyes shot open.
ここ、兄さんと前来たね。
Oh yeah, I came here with you before. You did?
1年前に。
A year ago? I don't remember that.
あの時兄さんはのんちゃんに告白したんだよ。
What? How could you forget the magical day you confessed your love to Nonchan? Quit pulling my leg. She giggled and stuck out her tongue. What do you want to eat?
任せる。
You decide. I knew you were going to say that. I picked some random dishes and turned back to Cannon. Hey, what the? Wake up! You can't sleep here! She had suddenly closed her eyes.
あ、ごめん。瞑想の時間だなーって。
Sorry, it's meditation time. Meditation?
イメージトレーニングね。これ大事。飛べるっていう自信がつくの。踏み切り方、流れてる曲、飛んでる時、着地、全部成功した時のイメージするの。
Okay. Imagine training. It's really important. It's going to boost my confidence in my jumps. I'm imagining making a bold start, flowing with the music, timing a jump perfectly, and landing with complete success. Wait, so when you were sleeping in class, you were...
うん。大概リンクの上にいるね。魂は。魂？
Yep, I'm usually on the ice. In spirit, anyway. I suddenly felt like giving her a few more respect points. You really are something else, aren't you?
うん、すごいよ。のんちゃんが間違うことないもの。
Yeah, I'm totally amazing. You can bet your bottom dollar that Nanchan won't mess up. That's a bold thing to say.
そうかな。みんな人が何言うかなんて興味なくない？何したかじゃない？
I don't know about that. Do people actually care all that much what other people say? I think what they really care about is what other people do. Oh, that's a good point she's making there. That's actually interesting. They care when it comes to someone as famous as you. When someone like you says even the littlest thing, the whole world gossips about it.
だから兄さんは好き。兄さんはブーブー言いながら、なんだかんだでわがまま聞いてくれるもん。
That's why I love you so much, Nissan. Even if you complain, you still let me do what I want. While giggling, she reached over to try and poke my face. I pushed away her hand and continued. Aww. I know that you're always thinking about skating.
というか、スケートしか知らないしできないの。
Nah, it's more like skating's the only thing I understand. Oh, well, yeah, that's a good point. You're pretty laid back, you know that? Still, it's probably good to know what you can and cannot do. Why did you start skating?
コーチがやれって言ったから。
Because coach told me to. Wait, what? That's a pretty... What? In the last episode, I said something about if you do something you truly, truly believe in and you truly, truly love, it doesn't turn out into stress and you actually enjoy every minute of it. But hearing that this is her reason for skating, those words don't hold up to what I said yesterday, at least in her case. Now that's a little too laid back. Was that your only reason?
それよく言われるな。みんなドラマ求めてくるな。
I get asked that a lot. People are always looking for drama, I guess. There's nothing wrong with people wanting to hear some great story about your introduction to skating.
強いて言えば
If I had to give a reason? You had to give a reason?
女の日本人でも世界一になれそうなスポーツだったからかな。
It'd probably be that figure skating is a sport that even a Japanese girl can be the world's best at. Foreigners and Japanese have radically different physiques after all. And why did you have to be the world's best?
さあ、それもコーチが毎日言ってたからかな。
Well, Coach talked about it every day. So it's all thanks to Ikoko-san's brilliant education.
だって毎晩寝る前に絶対自分のオリンピックの時のこと話すんだもの。
Because she talks about how she went to the Olympics every night before going to bed. Ikoko-san came in 6th, right?
金メダルだったはずだって言ってるよ。当時はロシアとアメリカが仲悪かったからとか。
She was always saying that she should have gotten the gold, and that the situation between the Soviet Union and the US was bad back then. And what exactly do international politics have to do with getting the gold?
ちょっと前まで6点満点で審判の人が点数つけてたの。今みたいに技術を分析する人とかいなくて、審判の人の思い込みで大概決まってたの。
It used to be that 6 points was the highest you could get, all decided by the judges. It was all based on their opinions back then, and they didn't have people to analyze each technical element like they do now. Right.
コーチが言うには、アメリカの審判がコーチに高い得点つけそうだったもんだから対抗してロシアの人が点数を下げたって。
Coach said that the American judge seemed like he was going to give her a high score, so the Russian judge lowered his score to go against the Americans. Seemed like he was going to give a high score? What? Don't the judges, judge together at the same time? How would anyone know if the American judge was going to give a high score?
ロビージャッジングっていうのがあるの。リンクの外で大会の役員とか審判とかコーチとかがチャーシバいて雑談してる中でなんとなく分かっちゃうんだって。
There's this thing called lobby judging. It's where the officials, judges and coaches meet and talk about these things over tea outside of the rink. She said you could pretty much figure it out from there. Oh, come on. If a judge came up with some ridiculous score, then his life as a judge would be over.
でも国に帰れば英雄だって。なんか怖いね。
But he'd be a hero when he got back to his home country. It's a really scary thought. Scary indeed. But the current judging system is fine, right?
どうかな。今その審査点方式に変わったばっかりだからね。選手もコーチも審判の人も慣れてないからね。ぶっちゃけのんちゃんも細かく知らない。
Who knows? The scoring system was only changed recently. The athletes, coaches and judges are still getting used to it. To be honest, even Nanchan doesn't know all the details yet. Whoa.
でも、一人くらいいたずらしても無駄だよ。最高点と最低点をカットして、その後平均点を出すから。
But there's no point anymore in a judge trying to cheat. They randomly pick 9 of the 12 judges to count and then drop the highest and lowest scores. Then they take an average of the remaining scores. But if half the judges cheat, then you'd be doomed.
のんちゃんが万が一負けたら、まずそういうことだね。
If Nanchan loses, then that must be the reason for it. She giggled, filled to the brim with confidence until the very end. At that moment, her wise omelette arrived.
どれどれ、のんちゃんミシュランが星をつけてあげよう。
What? Looky, looky, Michelin Nanchan's gonna give out stars! Michelin, you know, the Michelin man out of the commercial with the, how was it called? The tires. I think tires is the right English word for it. And just what do you plan on awarding your honors to?
まず兄さんのネクラ度。星0。
First, Nissan's gloominess. 0 stars. Why me?
あ、兄さんお箸取って。
Nissan, pass the chopsticks. Don't use chopsticks for omelets.
兄さんのツッコミ。星0。
Nissan's comeback. 0 stars. I'm getting mad now.
普通に言われたからね、今。
I bet since you didn't even intend that as a comeback. Hurry up and eat. I have an appointment later this afternoon.
はーい。
Okay, ice cold, man, ice cold. The sun was already setting by the time the good news came. After escorting Cannon home, I went to the company headquarters to investigate the Shinei Group's most recent movement. You found him? The call was from Oriba. Apparently, he'd already reported to Gonzo. Sure did, son. We found the rat's nest just now. Already? I really have to hand it to these guys. I should have known their senses would be exceptionally sharp amongst these familiar streets. But even though you got his address, you still didn't catch him? But even though you got his address, you still didn't catch him? Oriba continued as if ashamed. Well, you see, there's this kid Shu who works for me. It went like this. Adapter told Shu that he had seen their accomplice. Shu had spread the word that any information would warrant a reward, and that debts could be nullified in part. It was only a verbal agreement, of course, but those ever-hungry, soulless slaves of money nevertheless mobilized with bloodshot eyes and searched for Maou's accomplice. An address turned up in the outskirts of the central district, where my apartment was. Earlier this afternoon, as Shu was searching around, he stumbled upon his prey. Shu gave chase immediately, but was attacked as he turned a corner and lost his target. Afterward, Oribe rounded up a search team and put some brutal pressure on the people living nearby. After countless interrogations, they finally found the man's apartment. Shu took a knife in the head. That fuck really got him good. I can only imagine the cool smile on Oribe's face right about now. Alright, I'll come join you right away. The bastard's name is Saijo. No idea where he went though. I guess he thinks he can just get away with this. Oribe's dark laugh screeched to a halt as I hung up. I'm still not sure how to get his name, or how to pronounce it at least. I immediately contacted Yusami and headed toward the scene. 8 p.m. The place had already been searched. It was a cheap room in a cheap building, and it was utterly unsettling. Black, The table, cabinets, carpet, everything was pitch black. Instruction paper was pasted over the windows, making it impossible for light to seep into the room. On one of the walls hung a scroll with the characters for Empire drawn in calligraphy. His shelves were lined with massive amounts of books, in that same vein, probably serving to fuel his anti-societal ideals even further. The fact that everything was in neat order only added to the eeriness.
すみません、遅れまして。
Sorry, I'm late. Yusami charged in, gasping for air. You're more than late. Was it your part-time job?
はい、今日ばっかりは休めませんで。で、どうなりました？
Yeah, I really couldn't get away today. So, what's the situation? I gave her a rundown of what happened.
なるほど。
Rundown.
西条というお名前で。で、ヤクザの皆さんは？
So, his name is Seijuu, huh? What about the Yakuza guys? Oriba is leading them to Tokyo Station right now.
東京駅？新幹線ですか？
Tokyo Station? For what? A bullet train? Yeah, apparently the punk is trying to escape to Hakata. Hakata?
博多って言うと民じゃないですか？
Wait. The moment you mention Hakata, I think of the Ming Dynasty. Fukuoka, you idiot. Why did you think of ancient China? Fukuoka?
しかし、どうして行方が分かったんです？
Wait, how do you know where he's planning to go? I searched the creep's room just now. Oriba didn't touch anything once he saw the room was empty and left the whites to search it to me. The first thing we noticed was that the safe had been emptied. The door was left open and there was nothing but a seal stamp left inside. The closet was open too and clothes were scattered everywhere.
なるほど。荷物一式持って逃げ去ったと。で、どうして豚骨ラーメンの国へ逃げたと？
I see. So he took what he could and ran. But that still doesn't explain why you'd think he was headed for the country of pork bone ramen. The computer was still on. He really was in a rush. And he was online too. The browser was still open. Oh, amateur mistake.
西条は逃げる直前まで何のサイトを見ていたんですか？
What was Saijo looking at just before he fled? I think this is a trap. I think he didn't actually. I think Maou told him what to do. The blog of some random entertainer.
まさか藤原。でも、それはフェイクでしょ？
No way. Was it Fujiwara? Still, that was probably left up just to fool us. I thought so too, so I checked his history.
さすがです。
You thought this out? That brought me straight to the Japan Railways website. I also looked at his search strings and discovered that he had looked up information about getting a seat on a bullet train to Hakata.
今8時ですが、西条はもうとっくに新幹線の中ですか？
It's 8 o'clock now. Saijo'd already be on the train, wouldn't he? I'm afraid so. The creep left at 4:30.
4時半。それまたどうして？
4:30? How do you know that? His phone. I hit redial and the taxi company picked up.
なるほど。会社に問い合わせてみたところ、西条は4時半頃にタクシーを1台、アパートの前に手配していたんですね。
I follow you. You asked the company and they told you he called for a cab to arrive at 4:30? It takes around an hour and a half to get to Tokyo by taxi. Less than that if you change to a train somewhere along the way.
今8時ですか。困りましたね。
It's 8 o'clock now. This is problematic. I don't know if we'll make it or not, but I sent a few people to Haneda Airport in Tokyo.
新幹線で5時間の道のりも飛行機なら1時間半くらいですからね。なるほど。博多駅で待ち伏せするわけですね。さすがに浅井さんは手際がいい。
The bullet train to Hakata takes 5 hours, but it's only an hour and a half by plane. Thus, it's still possible to set up an ambush at Hakata Station. You're good, Azai-san. Yusami nodded in appreciation, then lifted her finger.
しかし、落とし穴がありますね。
But there's a little more to it than that. I know. He searched for the bullet train line which terminates at Hakata, but that doesn't mean he's going to get off at Hakata.
素晴らしい。
Very good. All we know is the name of the train line Joe searched for. I sent people to Yokohama, Nagoya, Osaka, and all the other stations to cover all the bases. Azai Gonso's Sonoyama Group is a huge organization with over 1,000 people. Certainly one would need a good number of people in order to secure so many exits. But these people almost lost a blood brother to this man. Thus, no matter how long the journey is, they would bear the suffering. Still, if we really escape to Western Japan, we are in quite a bit of trouble.
はあ、ヤクザさんには領土ってのがあるんでしょうね。
It's kind of funny to imagine Yakuza worrying about jurisdiction. She's right, though in Hakata, which isn't part of our territory, Sobermen can't just go around grabbing people off the streets like they do here.
だからこそ博多ですか。明太子も美味しいですしね。なかなか考えていますね。
So that's why he chose Hakata. The marinated Alaska pollock roll there is pretty scrumptious too. This guy has some good ideas. She bent down as she joked around. What are you doing now?
ゴミ漁りです。
Going through garbage? Don't tell me you are hunting for clues.
ええ、部屋の中は浅井さんがしっかりと確認してくださったと信じていますので、自分は汚れ担当ということで。
Damn straight! I trust that you went through the room thoroughly, so I'll skip ahead to the dirty work. Wait, I want to have a picture of that. She's looking through the garbage. Waiting in the putrid pile of garbage, she tore open bags with a perfectly calm expression.
ありました。大日本がどうとか書かれたノートの歯切れです。この袋が西条の出したゴミですね。なるほど。やはり。
Found it. This looks like a diary about Great Japan. I guess that makes this Saijo's garbage. Ah, I knew it. Huh? Ah, you know what?
いえ、西条は魔王に指示された内容以外では割と無防備なのではないかと思いまして。
Oh, it's just that our man Saijo's quite careless when he's not following Mao's instructions.
魔王のレールの設計図はともかく、レールを敷いている人間がミスを犯していることに期待します。
The blueprint for Mao's railway to hell may be perfect, but we can always hope for a mistake from the man laying down the tracks.
特にゴミです。普通に生活している分には気にもしないでしょうが、ゴミの山は証拠の山です。
Especially in the garbage. Doing everyday life, it'd be strange to see it this way, but this mountain of garbage is actually a mountain of evidence. She plunged her hand into the bag, closely examining the contents. Ooh. A mountain of evidence? But Saijo's already on a bullet train.
ええ。浅井さんの言うことには一応の筋は通ってますね。
Yes, your deduction was indeed logical. Is there something still bugging you?
できすぎているような気がするんですよ。うわ、くさ。お風呂たっぷり入んなきゃ。
I was just thinking that everything's been too easy. Oh, this stinks. I'm gonna have to take a shower after this. Hey, what are you calling easy?
パソコンの電源を消し忘れるほど慌ててたんなら、最初からつけなきゃいいのにと。
Well, if he was really too hurried to turn off the computer, then why was it turned on in the first place?
芸能人のブログなんてフェイクをかましてくれたわけでしょ。 本当に慌ててたんですかね。
And he went to a block to confuse us. Pretty leisurely, huh? I just can't imagine he was actually short on time. Yep. And if he wanted, he could have just shut down the PC with one press of a button. And then it wouldn't be open anymore. She has a point. There was no real need for him to check the railway website from his own room. It'd be far safer to find a random internet cafe while on the move and search for information there.
そもそも新幹線の空席情報なんて調べますかね。年末ならともかく自由席なら立ってでも乗れますし。
Plus, he was searching for seat reservations. I could understand doing so if we were in peak travel times, but Christmas is still a bit far off for that. He could just stand if no seats were available. That's logical.
しかし西条の心理的になるべく遠くに逃げたいと思っていても不思議はないです。人間テンパると何するかわかりませんし。
However, if Saijou had really been thinking about getting as far away as possible, all of this would still be reasonable. You never know what someone will do when they are in a panic. Perhaps I was a little hurried too. Sorry, I guess I was so focused on getting the clues that I got careless. There's a good chance that Maou's true goal was to mislead us into thinking that his man was on his way to Hakata. Yusami didn't speak, but merely shook her head in response. Uh-oh. New picture. Suddenly her face stiffened. She picked up a piece of paper.
浅井さんたちは何時くらいにこのアパートに来たんですか？
Adai-san, when did you guys get here? I showed up a little after 6. Oribe got here a bit earlier. Yusami stared at the dirty piece of paper.
本日5時頃配達に伺いましたが留守でしたのでとありますね。
Your package arrived today at around 5, but you weren't here. End quote. The fuck? Someone left him a note? Yusami nodded.
不在票を捨てたということは西条は少なくとも5時過ぎまでは家にいたということです。
If this message ended up here in the trash, then that means Saijo was home at some point after 5 o'clock. That's right, if Saijo had left at 40:30, as I had guessed, then the note would be in the mailbox, not in the garbage. The cab was a bait. He only called it, he never got in.
いえ、乗車して少しの距離を走ったところで降りたのでしょう。そうしないとタクシー会社の人も浅井さんに何か言うはずです。
No, I guarantee you he got in, took a short ride, and got out somewhere close by. Otherwise the cab company would have told you something. I wish I had asked for the specific drop-off location when I called. No, I'm not the police. There's no reason for them to tell me. Got out nearby when he got back to his room. The note was there, right?
ええ。しかしこれは大きな手がかりです。
Right. This is an important clue. Lurking shadows, oh man. Yusami clenched the note in her hands and stood up. If he didn't get the package, then that means Saijo might come back for it.
それは考えにくいですね。ヤクザさんに追われているという事実は揺るがないのですから。
That's highly improbable. After all, he knows he's being chased by the Yakuza. So you mean...
はい。荷物の配送先こそ西条の新しい潜伏先です。
Yes, the package will have been rerouted to Saijo's current hiding place. Yusami took out her phone and dialed the number on the ticket.
あ、もしもし。ええ。伝票番号ですね。はいはい。265。
Ah, hello? Sure. The package number? Yes, 265. I'll hold. It looks like she's being forwarded to speak with the driver directly.
ええ、先ほど再配達をお願いしましたね。あ、
私は西条の妹です。ええ。兄はどこに荷物を届けさせましたかね。兄が忘れちゃったみたいで。
Oh. Hi, could you please try to deliver that last package one more time? Ah, I'm Saijo's younger sister. Yep. Oh, and where did Nissan ask you to deliver the package to? The dummy managed to forget it himself somehow. Wait, what? The dummy managed to forget it himself somehow. Oh.
はい。中央区のプラザホテルですか。そうですか。ありがとうございました。いえいえ、そのままそこに届けてください。
Yep, the Central District's Plaza Hotel. Great, thank you very much. No, that's the place he wants you to deliver to. It's all good. The call ended. Wow, that was easy. That was surprisingly easy. The Plaza Hotel?
ええ、わかりますか。
Yeah, do you know it? I do. I sent some people over there right now.
お願いします。出入り口をしっかり固めて、ぜひとも捕まえなければ。
Please do, and make sure every last exit is airtight. We can't let him get away this time. Alright, I'll give Gonzo the scoop and ask for more men. After sending Oribe and the rest of the men on a wild goose chase, I have to personally apologize anyway.
わかりました。それでは。
Understand. See you there. Uh-oh, Maou is coming through again and tries to intercept. Yusami handsomely dashed out into the night road. Well then, I suppose I got things to do too. Yep, Maou is coming out. It's not like there aren't any variables whatsoever. Naturally, my plan is perfect, but the choice of executor may present some problems. The phone in my chest pocket began vibrating. It was my loyal prince of hell, Mephistopheles, Saijou. Did you delete the email I sent you? Yeah, I completely erased it from my computer. However, if the police become involved, they may be able to recover deleted data. I just removed the computer entirely from his room later. Well, the email can still be in cyberspace in the so-called cloud saving. What do you think of the hotel? I hope you're satisfied with their accommodations. Taijou seems to be very upset. The weird thing is, Maou knows what Kyosuke is thinking. He knows what Kyosuke is up to. He knows everything about Kyosuke. But Kyosuke doesn't know about the presence of Maou in his hand. That's pretty weird. I would like to see the explanation for that. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not questioning your power, Maou. But is this really okay? Whatever do you mean? These Yakuza are unnaturally sharp. They probably found my apartment already. That's correct, but didn't you foresee this and lay traps? Sure, but will those thugs even notice? If they can't even solve a problem on that level, then there's no need to worry about them. It's reassuring to hear you say that. You're right. I'm sorry. It's still too early to relax. There will be no problems, I promise you. As long as you don't make any stupid mistakes, that is.
それで次の計画だが
Then, about the next plan. Right. I didn't finish last time. Haru stood silently on a sidewalk outside of the hotel, staring at the entrance, completely still. Kyosuke had called moments ago. Kyosuke had to accompany Gonzo, so he couldn't come to the hotel personally. However, he sent every nearby member of the Tsunoyama group to her aid. The young men sitting on the guardrail looked like they were playing on their cell phones, but each and every one of them was actually watching the hotel's entrance. After 10 o'clock, the sea of people thinned out and almost 20 devilish-looking men appeared. After a few words of greeting, they immediately began preparations for raiding the room. The underground parking lot, the 4 exits of the hotel, and the fire exits were all covered. All possible escape routes had been sealed. Perhaps the men simply had incredible discipline, as they all set out to do their respective duties without a word of complaint. Someone had already gone in disguised as a would-be guest and got Saijo's room number from the front desk. The only thing left was to charge in. Haru's thoughts raced as she walked along the hotel's marble hall. Silence reigned over everything. Perhaps it was simply excellent insulation, but not a speck of sound escaped from the numerous doors. Why did Maou choose to work with Saijo? With an accomplice, a criminal can achieve much more for sure. However, at the same time, more issues also arise. Often a brilliant plan by a brilliant criminal is ruined by a stupid henchman. Things just didn't add up. Naturally, Maou had thought this out. He would have properly planned ahead of time. Even if Saijo did get captured, he would still make his escape. Nevertheless, bits and pieces of his plan would be pried from his accomplice's mouth. So why?
ここだな
Right here. A man escorting her murmured. He was a portly man. A golden chain gently dangled around his fat neck. Oh my god. Before Haru knew, she was already in front of the room that Saijo had reserved. Words softly floated from her mouth.
ノックしてもらえますか？自分がドアの覗き穴の前に立ちます。
Can you knock for me? I'll stand in front of the peephole. Saijo already knows what Haru looks like. Even so, her image would be less apt to cause a panic than that of a Yakuza thug. She took out a white scarf from her skirt pocket and applied a bit of makeup. If she brings her face really close to the door, then the person inside won't see her clothes. Her fat entourage stood in front of the door and made a light fist. He knocked. What's going on? My grip tightened on the phone. I was speaking to Saijo with.
今ノックがあった
Someone's knocking. At this hour?
あルームサービスだろうか
Yeah, it's probably room service. Be careful. Take a good look at them through the peephole first. Saijo's breathing dominated the phone signal for a few moments.
女だな若い女
It's a woman. A young woman. A woman?
白い帽子だろうか服装はよく見えないな
She's got a white hat, maybe? I can't really see her clothes. Surely it isn't Do you recognize her? He saw Yusami once at the harbor.
ないな。
I don't think so. A vague answer. I remembered Yusami's outrageous hair. Perhaps this was all within her calculations, but without that hair, the girl would look radically different.
届け物だろうか。
Maybe it's a delivery of some kind? Don't count on it. I spoke flatly. I've never known a delivery person to bring something at midnight. Perhaps sensing my caution, Saijo also lowered his voice.
どうする？
What should I do? Does she have any intention of leaving?
ないな。じっとこっちを見てる。
No,
微動だにしないと言っていい。
no. She keeps looking this way. She's barely even moving. If that's Yusami, then why? A shiver crawled over my body. How could she possibly have discovered this hotel? I have something to ask you. This may be the last time I speak to Saijo. Did you clear out all the garbage in the room?
もちろんだ。部屋に残さず、ゴミ袋に詰めてゴミ捨て場に投棄した。
Of course. I cleaned the place out and took all the garbage to the dumpster. Then, answer her. Open the door.
いいのか？
Are you sure? Yes.
わかった。一度電話を切るぞ。
Very well. I hang up for now. Alright. There's no other way. If they've chased him this far, there's nowhere to run. Those Yakuza, the Sowa Alliance, will have already sealed off all exits. Not even a drop of water can escape the barricades. Locking himself in would only buy time. The knocking continued, but after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, there was still no answer. She couldn't even feel the presence of a living person in there. Though she'd begun to waver, Haru contacted the front desk. She suggested that the man inside might have collapsed. The management informed her shortly thereafter that no one was answering the phone either. After telling them of the intentions to check inside the room, a building manager finally came to meet her with a set of keys. The door swung open. Why? Haru bit her lip hard as crushing defeat gnawed at her heart. Oh no, a double fake out! My terrible assumptions were unfounded. The phone rang once more.
魔王、大したことじゃなかった。
It wasn't anything to worry about, Maou. Saijo wouldn't call so quickly after being apprehended. I can safely posit that he is safe.
フロントの者が私が落としたパスポートを部屋まで届けに来てくれただけだった。すまない。
The girl at the front desk noticed that I had dropped my passport and brought it up to me. That's probably because you packed your things in such a hurry. Nonetheless, it's good that nothing happened.
どうしてこのビジネスホテルの場所が分かったのかと肝が冷えたよ。
Had me freaked out for a minute, though. I was wondering how the hell they could know I was in this budget hotel. Your pursuer should be dashing to the Central District's Plaza Hotel right about now. I was just worrying too much. In other words, I had overestimated Yusami. Yusami could only go as far as the Plaza Hotel. She couldn't possibly have predicted that Saijou might be in this cheap hotel in the Eastern District.
あえてミスを装えと魔王は言ったな。
You had me make a mistake on purpose, Maou. Yes, ever since the incident at the arena, they had begun to underestimate you.
魔王の助けがなければこうまでうまく逃げられなかっただろう。よくとっさにあんな手を思いつくものだな。
I probably couldn't have fled this well without your help, Maou. It's amazing that you came up with this so quickly. You were the one who told me your luggage was set to be delivered this afternoon, correct? That was a great help. The delivery notice was left as bait. The delivery man was sent to the wrong hotel on purpose. To a hotel where Saijou checked in, but never stayed. Instead, Saijou went into the Plaza Hotel and entered his room once, then left immediately and went to the Eastern District.
私は今度こそ魔王の指示通り全てをやってのけた。博多駅を匂わせるようなウェブサイトを巡り、検索エンジンにも履歴を残し、最後は芸能人のブログを開いておいた。
This time, I made sure to follow your directions to a T. I browsed websites hinting at Hakata, didn't delete the search engine's history, and left the browsers open on that entertainer's blog. Don't forget the cab at 4:30. That way, even Yakuza could infer that you were going to Hakata.
けれど実際にはタクシーはすぐに降りてアパートまで戻る。そして不在票を手に入れる。
But the truth is that I got out of the cab quickly, went back to the apartment, and took care of the note at the same time. It was a bit of a dramatic masterpiece, a play that suggested he had left despite staying right where he was.
不在票をゴミ袋に詰めて捨てれば、私のミスを探していた連中が必ず探し当てて宅配業者に連絡すると。
Then I threw the note out with the garbage, so that anyone searching for a mistake of mine would dig it up and contact the post office. Yusami's limit was right there.
裏の裏を書いたわけだな。
You created a ruse within a ruse. See? Double fake out! You left her the clues. All we really got was how Yusami would interpret them. In the end, the children found an answer, and intoxicated with happiness, stopped searching for the truth. The Yakuza heading for Hakata, Yusami heading for the hotel, they all the same.
鮮やかなものだな、魔王。
It was a brilliant plan, Maou. Oh, please. That wasn't modesty. Do you know how Zhu Giliang's empty thought strategy? Do you know of Zhu Giliang's empty thought strategy? Oh, Dynasty Warriors was such a great game. I think there was actually a mission where you have to go into a fort and were fallen into a trap. And then he just suddenly appeared somewhere totally else. At first glance, it's a brilliant tactic with a ruse within a ruse. But it's actually nothing more than a pathetic getaway scheme. In the end, the fact that Saijou is being chased by the Soa Alliance hadn't changed. It doesn't really matter whether or not this battle is won. Well, then let's continue. Whoops.
ああ、その宇佐美という少女だったな。
Right, we were talking about that girl, Yusami. I mustered all the coldness I could. Let's kill her. Okay, Usami going dead. And I mean dead. Not a little dead or perhaps little kill. Okay. She seems to be in grave danger. But nevertheless, I'm ending this episode right here. Hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave a like if you did. And I will hopefully see you then in the next episode. Stay tuned.